नमस्ते बिटिया, सदा खुश रहो. Myself, JVN Dr. Hemant Vyas, Associate Professor and Head of Department of Surgery, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are going to discuss an important topic from our practice, and this session is also related with important aspect of surgery, and the name of topic is examination of a swelling or a lump. So many times in our practice, patient comes with the complaint of swelling or lump. So in the beginning of our practice, we are confused that how to take the case, what points has to be asked to the patient. So this is a general guide that what how to take the case of the patient having the swelling or lump, and what question has to be asked to the patient, what query has to be raised, and what should be the examination that we have to carry out for diagnosis as well as remedy giving purpose. So let's begin. History. First we have to check, or first we have to ask the patient where is the lump is located. So sites, so following are the common sites like neck, breast, groin, axilla, wrist, hand and feet, scrotum, perianal area, scalp, skin or chest wall. So these are just common areas, but swelling or lump may be present anywhere. So we have to look for the anatomical position or location of the lump. The site will give important clue from experience and a knowledge of anatomy as to the origin of the swelling and the underlying pathology when the lump was first noticed. Next question is, has it changed in size since? Is it painful? Are there any other lump or associated symptoms? Is there any history of travel? Is there any history of trauma? Is there any history of illness, present or past? Then examination of a swelling or lump. It will usually suffice to describe the size, shape and consistency of the lump succinctly. However, the following is a more thorough outline of the examination. It is important to try to ascertain the anatomical plane or origin of the lump. It may be in the skin, subcutaneous tissue, muscle, tendon, or bone, or arise from internal origin. This can be attempted by inspection and palpation. Initial inspection should identify the position, size, shape, and any unusual color of the lump. These features and other can be remembered as the S. So first is site or position. This should be accurately defined anatomically. It may be easy to define as the lump is in the breast, thyroid, or parotid, or more difficult in cases, for example, with abdominal masses, where it is difficult to ascribe an anatomical origin. Other features should then be described. The next is size. This should be measured and recorded with a diagram showing dimensions, position and shape. It can be misleading to describe size by comparing with other things, uh, familiar or otherwise. For example, it is about the size of quail's egg. So this is a vague term that we should not use. Then shape. Some swelling have a characteristic shape. For example, the two lobes of the thyroid, the parotid, fills the hollow between the posterior border of the mandible and the mastoid process. The enlarged spleen or liver, the uterine fundus in pregnancy, and a distended bladder. Dense surface. This may be uniform and smooth or very irregular. For example, the liver, prostate, and thyroid may have either a smooth or irregular surface depending on the underlying pathology. The margins of lump may be similarly described as regular or irregular, well or ill-defined, sharp or rounded. Then we have to inspect the surroundings. Examination around the lump may reveal associated swellings. For example, lymph node, breast nodules, neurofibromatosis, and lipomatosis. Examine the regional lymph node, or if this lump may be a lymph node, examine the drainage area. Examine the corresponding area on the other side of the body as appropriate. That's it from the today's presentation. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you like this presentation. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you very much.